let's here and class what routes. Okay, make sure you use the same class name as file name. Okay, routes, just like that. Okay, so in this we can use like an array, which means we use the array like this, and there is a get. If the get, there is a get registration, and it's stored like this. So if the user go to users, so call something callable, yeah, call something, and if user go to something like product or pro, call something. So we store like this. And if the user go to post method, post to what, something like this. So you get the idea. So we need one routes array. Okay, so private what static, which is class variable array, yeah, of what routes. So another thing we need is the register method to register our routes. So the register methods works like public function, yeah, register, nice, yes. So this register method works. Okay, now this register method must be static. Okay, we don't need to create an object to call this register method. Okay, so static, and this register method accepts 3 parameters. The first one is method, $method. What method are we using, and this must be string. So one thing is we're gonna reinforce our application with what, strict types. So let's declare that, clear, okay, strict types equals to 1. Okay, so okay, the other is string route, which route are the user is want to register, so routes, and the third thing is a callable, or it can be array. We see the use case of this. Okay, it can be an array action if this what, if this, okay, I think we have made some typo. Okay, if this method and route are called, so what we're gonna do, there is an action we provide. Okay, so void, it's return void, I think. Okay, void. Okay, so let's start registering. So self, we use the self keyword because it's a static variable, so you get the idea. Okay, $routes, routes, okay, then method, yeah, like sensi, and routes, yeah, equals to what, action, yeah, action, nice and clear. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna create negate method. So public static function get and this accept two things, the route and an action. So let's copy here and return void, nothing returned. Okay, so it's called the self register method and pass the get variable and route variable, yeah, route variable and action variable. So done. Okay, we are done registering our our routes. So one thing left is to resolve our routes. When we call these routes, we have to resolve it or get the action or the callable instance. Okay, so to get that, so let's dive back here, and we gonna need here to declare strict types also here. So we are enforcing the user to use proper namespacing. Okay, now we use nap configs routes, just like this we used it. Okay, we use nap. Then one thing we're gonna do is here we define constant called web view pass. So view pass, so this constant will hold the view file directory. So dir dot our view files is public slash routes slash web dot php. Okay, so we get it. So now we have to have exceptions. So since we are using object oriented, we have to have exceptions. So custom exception dot php. So okay, and this, okay, php. So the namespace will be app slash exceptions and this class custom exception exceptions, I think, no exception. Okay, this class extends to the main exception class. So exception class. Okay, so the first exception we need is route not found exception. Okay, and no route available exception. So function route not found, one is route not found exception, route not found exception. Okay, there is route not found exception. This will be static method. Okay, then this will return new static of this object. Okay, which route not found. Okay, so found. Okay, this exception will be rest. Okay, So this will be static. Yes, yeah. Okay, we forget to declare our namespace. Declare, no, I mean strict types. Strict type equals to 1. Okay, then another is function no route available, static. Okay, no route available. Yeah, no route available, and this also returns static. And just like that, return what's new, static, what, no route available. Okay, just like this. Okay, so we have done our exceptions for now. Okay, let's go to our routes and import them. Okay, use what, up configs custom exception, just like that. Okay, so once we get here, let's start the main function. Okay, function static. Okay, static, where is static, what resolve, which resolves our resolve. Okay, in this there is two parameters. The first parameter is the URI, and the second parameter is the method. Okay, method. Okay, the method will be string, and the URI also will be string. So, and this function return mixed. It can throw an error, I mean an exception. So the first thing we do is we explode the URI, because if the user goes to like host/users, and if it is like this, okay, it's okay. But if there is route parameters like this, in ID or something like that, if there is like this, so we have to what, explode that. So let's extract that, route equals to explode what, by this, which the URI, and we're gonna need the first element. Yeah. So the action will be, the action will get from the routes variable if there is. So self routes of what, the method, $method, and the route. Okay, so if there is, we can take it. If not, there must be null. Okay, so now if we can raise our what, empty or empty self routes. So if empty, there is no routes available at all, we gonna raise route not found, no route available exception. So throw what custom exception, and no route available, so you can throw it. And another thing, if the action is what, empty or null, if the action is empty or null, again we can throw what is this time, no routes available, route not found exception. Okay, route not found. Okay, so okay, another is, let's check our action. If it's callable, we call it, and if it's array, and we call the the class. Okay, now we can't do that. Okay, so let's check it. Okay, if is callable, let's check it, is callable, what, dollar action, this is callable, so return what, call user func of action, just like that. Else what we gonna return, not callable instance, which we have to put here. So public static function method not found, or method not found which not callable, static also it return. Okay, let's return new static of what, the function provided is not callable. Okay, just like that. Let me save it, and okay, return what, not callable, custom, oh no, throw, else throw custom function, custom extension, and not callable. Okay, I think we have finished here, so we're gonna go to here and start some digging. So the first thing is we're gonna use the exception class. So okay, session started, so we required it. So one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna check if this file is exist. So if okay, so there is no file exists, what, web routes, web view pass. So again we're gonna throw exception, custom exception of, okay, we're gonna need a new exception. I think we're gonna need that, yeah, and okay,